Hello friends, now I am going to start about formation of Rajya Sabha. We all know that the Rajya Sabha is considered as upper house and elected members from the different legislative assemblies of different state elect members sitting for Rajya Sabha. I repeat, elected members of state legislative assemblies are electing members to sit in Rajya Sabha. Total members of Rajya Sabha are 250 members. Out of them, 12 members are nominated by President of India. Remember, either nominated or either elected. Every member's term for the Rajya Sabha is of 6 years. But one thing you remember that Rajya Sabha is considered as upper house and is permanent house. Means Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. Only Parliament can dissolve after every 5 years, and the new members are coming in Lok Sabha only after every 5 years. So the complete house of the Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved, so it is considered as permanent house. Only one-third member of 250 members are changed and retired after every 2 years. But every member's term is of 6 years. Is that clear? Now remember one thing, that these members of 238 will be elected by the elected members of the state legislative assemblies of different states, and this process is continued after every 2 years. So all states will not change their members. From Gujarat 11 members are sitting, but as our 11 members from Gujarat, as they complete their 6 years terms, they will be retired, and the new 6 years 6 members will be upon new 11 members will be appointed for 6 years. This is the process, and every 2 years interval the process will continue. So it is very clearly indicated that Rajya Sabha is permanent house. One-third member of the complete house will be retired after every 2 years, and every member whoever is coming to the house of the Rajya Sabha will continue to sit for 6 years term. Is that clear of my explanation? And I also stated that 12 members of the 250 are nominated by President of India on the advice of Government of India, and remain 238 members will be elected in sequence in chronology of one-third after every 2 years from different states, elected by different state legislative elected members. Now I want to explain the importance of Rajya Sabha here. Rajya Sabha represents different states of our country, but when any bill comes to the Parliament to become the law, it has required to be passed by both houses, means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both. Means if only Lok Sabha pass it and Rajya Sabha may not pass, then bill cannot become a law. It is also possible that sometimes bill first comes to Rajya Sabha, then it will go to the Lok Sabha to pass. It is important to have consent for any bill before passing in parliament completely. After being passed by Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha both, the bill will send to the president to sanction and sign it. So remember that House of the Rajya Sabha is having some highly distinguished people sitting in the house, most experienced than Lok Sabha also. But here direct election is not done by every member or the citizen of India. So it is not more powers having house in parliament. So more powers are vested with Lok Sabha instead of Rajya Sabha, because in the Lok Sabha directly elected members by citizens of India are sitting. The person who presides session of Rajya Sabha is known as chairperson. I repeat, the person who presides means head the whole house of the Rajya Sabha is known as chairperson or the chairman. Our Vice President of India is chairman of the Rajya Sabha as by post. Remember, Vice President of India is chairman of Rajya Sabha as by post, and his power is next to his powers are next to President of India. But remember, I want to discuss one point more. Who presides or who head the Lok Sabha? Speaker. Speaker is the head of Lok Sabha to looking after the daily activity of Lok Sabha when Lok Sabha is in work. Right? Now, let us discuss about the work of the parliament. Means at both the houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Generally, in parliament, the day begin with question hour. Means during this hour, members of the parliament ask questions to collect the information about the working of the government. So, generally, you can understand importance of the parliament, that they ask the question to the government and government is bound to reply to the members. So parliament in this way control the executive or the government. Executive means government, legislature means parliament, and judiciary means courts. These are three words to remember, so to understand the topic. Through the medium of questioning means asking the question, members draw the attention of the government towards their lackings, negative work. In this way, government comes to know the views and opinion of people through their representatives. So here the importance of the representative is too much, because they are concentrating the work. They are constantly attracting the attention of the government about the problem. So the government is more importantly attend the session of the question hour, because they have to reply to the members. They cannot deny, and members have right to ask the question to the government. It is important responsibility of members. It is important responsibility of members to ask a question to the government. Here, party division is not coming. Means, if any member is sitting in the parliament supporting to the government or opposing to the government is not important here, because member has to collect the information about his respective regions from wherever he is being elected, because he has to work for the people. The opposition party, as I earlier told, that playing a major role, because The effective administration of democracy is to concentrate on loopholes of governments, policies, programs, and administrative steps so the government could become aware about their lackings. The person who presides Lok Sabha, means who is looking after the Lok Sabha sessions, is called speaker, as I told earlier, right? So remember one thing, the importance of the president in India is also here included, because president is signing the any order passed by the government. He is considered to be integral part of parliament. He cannot be away from the activity of the parliament. Any bill passed by both houses, to make them law, it is necessary to sign by the president. He has power also. See, I am talking about the powers of president. Without his sign, any bill cannot become law. Means his sign is ultimately required. Second thing, when to call the parliament, postpone the parliament, dissolve the parliament, call the parliament together. Every decision is taken by president himself. But remember, here it will be done on advice of government of India or the executive. So it means all are collectively integrated and responsible to the people of India, because decision is taken by president, but the advice is given by the prime minister and the ministers. So minister's advice president follow. So the president and prime minister and his council of ministers all are collectively responsible for any situation in India. Is that clear, my friends? So here I am concluding chapter number 8, right? Okay.